This is CO8. This is episode CO8. Okay. So I have no idea. Yep. If I assume visually, of course. Because I didn't notice. If I assume visually, yep. I have no idea what I'm gonna do, so it's a good point, I guess. Of course. I didn't know this. Yep. I was gonna know this. I realized that. Of course. If I assume visually. I have no idea. Yep. I have no idea. Of course. For some reasons. You have no idea, right? Well, you could assume. Yep, because you didn't know this. Well, not yet, actually. Okay, so, you did notice? Nope. If I could assume, actually. Okay, so, you didn't notice? No, not yet. Oh. Okay. So, you could assume? Yep, because you would know this, usually. I know, because we didn't know this. If I could assume, usually. I know, why? Because you could assume? Yep. Okay, so you would know this? Nope, but I could assume, visually. Of course. I know, why? So you could assume? Yep. Right, of course. You have no idea. I know, for some reasons. Eventually. So you, didn't know this? Nope. Right, of course. So you didn't know this? Nope. But if I could assume, visually. Of course. You have no idea why. Well, if you could assume visually. Yep. Right, yeah. Did I realize that? Of course. You have no idea. I know. So, if you assume, yep. Right. Did I realize that? Yeah, yep. Okay. So, you didn't know this? Nope. Right, yeah. So, you assume? Yep. Right, yeah. Did I realize that actually? Of course. You have no idea. I know, why? So, if you assume? Yep. Okay. So, you didn't notice? Nope. Right, of course. If I assume visually, I know, why? So, you assume? Yep. Okay. So, you didn't notice? Nope. Right, yeah. So, you assume? Yep. Right, yeah. Because you didn't notice? Nope. Right, so you assume? Yeah, yep. Okay. Because I did notice, eventually. Of course. You have no idea. You assume? Yeah, yep. Right. Because I did notice. I know, right? Yep. You have no idea. I know, right? So you assume? Yep. Right, yeah. Did I realize that actually? Of course. Yep.